Picture this. The future is filled with identicals who are raised to do a certain job and cultivated to not think beyond it. Then enter a girl who accidentally realized she is an anomaly, and the boy who helped her figure out what it means to be an individual. This is Brave New Girl by Rachel Vincent, and the story follows Dahlia 16, one of the many clones amongst Lakeview. It takes place in a dystopian world where every person born in the same year are exact copies of each other's DNA. You'll look the same and act very similar. In this world, you are not born, but made in a lab, and each group of people are designed to do different jobs. There are many different divisions and ranks among Lakeview, with different clones made for a particular division and rank. You are not, of course, allowed to choose what you want to do for a living. Rather, you are assigned it. You are not allowed to work for yourself either, or have pride. All is for the good of the community. If you're any of these things, however, you are an error in genetic engineering and can be killed. In other words, you are not allowed to be different or unique. Dahlia 16 is one of the cloned workers brought up to be a gardener with 4,999 identical girls and 5,000 similar boys. Yes, she is one of the 5,000 girls with the same face and same DNA. If that did not sound ridiculous enough, then might you know that their names identify their career and age. Hence, Dahlia 16. Anyway, Dahlia is showing traits of being the best in her age group, and she's got pride for that. She's competitive and proud. Yet, that seems to be a problem since the genomes are developed so that there's no competition, that no one feels better than anyone else. And when she's recognized for her gardening ability, that's when things go a different direction for her. She's called to the management bureau, and there she's giving the proposition of being an instructor, which is an interesting proposition for her. It means that she won't go to the workforce like the identicals, but it's more of a prestigious role. On her way out of the office, though, if that did not feel like her life had changed enough, she gets stuck in an elevator with the Defense Force Special Unit Trigger 17, and that is what throws her path completely off. Trigger 17 is the best in his cadet class, and that's allowed since defense personnel are supposed to have competition and pride. Immediately, there's an attraction between the two, and Dahlia experiences feelings she never thought she would feel, and learns quickly that rules she had followed all her life were not what she thought, and was finally able to ask questions about the outside world. But neither of them are actually supposed to be talking to each other, or anyone for that matter outside of their bureau, so you could imagine what happens next. The balance of the story is intense. We watch how these two can't stay away from one another, but they know that it's too dangerous to be together. Infatuation is considered a sickness and flaw for Dahlia. However, for Trigger, they do not see this as the case. Everything Dahlia has learned is completely different to what Trigger has learned. So why is it okay for one division and not another? These continuous questions and encounters lead to the pair being caught and leaving Dahlia and Trigger to find out much more than they have been taught. For generations, they have been blinded and used. They also find out more about Dahlia's history and makeup, which completely changes everything that we know about the story. We're also left on such a cliffhanger of sorts, seeing how things have evolved and the trouble that's occurred. There are mass killings, hope is lost, fugitives, an entirely unknown society and town. Everything that people knew from Lakeview, the town proves to be something. This book reminded me some of The Giver, because of the controlling nature of the governmental unit in creating a world where individuals do not have choices. They are raised to be an integral part of a whole instead of as unique individuals. Although, of course, it was not as expressive as The Giver, I would still recommend this book because it is always leaving you on the edge of your seat. The whole concept of this new society where everyone has their own job they specialize in and are genetically grown in a lab is a complex concept. Brave New Girl is essentially Brave New World, but from the point of view of a gamma, which is an interesting premise in and of itself. I did find Dahlia 16 to be wildly naive, which I know is essential to the concept of mass producing genomes. Still, it was hard to really appreciate her or her plight because so much of the text was of her in a state of confusion. I guess my takeaway is I wish Vincent had done a better job of emphasizing the beauty of being different. This book went wrong in suggesting there is a safety in being the same as everyone else. I get that it ended as it did so Vincent can write another book, but being a free thinking, unique individual is underrated. The plot was also tight and fast paced, and I was surprised with how quickly I read it. The first half built the world that Dahlia 16 lived in, but the second half was more action packed. I enjoyed learning about this society, along with Dahlia, who at the start only had a very limited knowledge of her world. The only thing that spoiled the book, though, was the ending. I felt it finished extremely quickly. I just turned the last page and found myself at the acknowledgements page. I just had to go back and make sure I hadn't missed a couple of pages. However, overall, I did enjoy following Dahlia 16 and Girl 17's flight for freedom. I thought the story was rather sweet, and I would definitely recommend this.